howdy. We got us some Monday morning car smashing. We got moved in over here Friday, like 3:45, 4 o'clock, almost into the day. We crushed one bundle, and then my daughter's birthday was, well, it was actually Friday, and then we had the party Saturday. And maybe try to get some of these bits and pieces. There's some kind of complete cars. Hey, you got to give it to them, folks. This is a parts yard, and obviously they got their parts off of them. They got their money out of them. Hats off to them. I know we like crushing complete cars. It makes people mad. But to me, you get more, it's more fun. You get windows busting and tires popping, and you get to crushing. That hood's gonna give me a hard time. Try to get it tucked back up in there. That'll be good enough. So I got a car draining right now, and what I'll do is put a couple of these bits and pieces in there. Well, probably, I think he's got a few more things out in the yard, but I don't see why we can't get through this pile. The way things are going right now, we're just draining gas, and we should be able to get through it today. But I really want to thank everyone that commented. I made a quick little small birthday video, and I asked in the comment section if people would, say where you're from, or, I keep reaching for the remote. God. All right, so do anyone remember me saying that the temperature gauge wasn't working on the yellow crusher, the one with the remote? Actually, something was with there was a problem with the thermostat, and it wasn't closing to actually and then they kind of messed with it some more, and somehow, I'm not a mechanic, and I don't want to talk about what I don't know about, but something about the water pump. So they're gonna put another water pump on it today. Thermostat. It just should be just. Oh, they still got to weld how we attach the cable. Because we have to hand winch those cylinders in place when we crush and when we move. Same way with this purple crusher. But so that crusher should hopefully, I kind of need, I might want to drag my feet. No, you never want to do that. But you never want to do that. Hey, Ozzy, let's crush it. Let's crush it. But yeah, I would like to thank everyone that commented. I pinned a comment. Please, happy birthday from wherever. And me and her, we really do we'll sit there when we ain't got nothing going on, and hey, look up this place, look up that place. It's really neat. It's really neat. Little daddy-daughter thing we got going on. I'm sure we'll start including Cowboy Jr. when he can pay attention for more than 18 seconds. Oh, that poor kid. He's like me, he's 90 miles an hour, and I had a rough elementary, I would say. It took me about 4th, 5th grade, and I finally started getting it, I was out in the hallway about half of my elementary. He'll be all right. Oh, but she had a fun little birthday party. A bunch of her friends. Oh, y'all want to hear something real cool? So, y'all know that the kids have their mom's house and they have my house, and we don't. Oh, it's your weekend. It's my weekend. We don't play that stuff. But Ember had a couple of her friends stay over because it was her birthday weekend, so they were at their mom's house. Right now my place is being remodeled and it's just bare minimum over at my place. We're waiting on, they're gonna paint the kids' room and then we'll start putting, you know, bunk beds and dressers. Anyway, we'll build them a room. We'll put a room together. Anyway, so she had her buddies over at her friend's house. And Sunday mornings, you know, I do my housekeeping at my place. And I slept funny. I slept funny, and golly, my shoulder blade was just like, all day Sunday I was in pain. It just hurt. And like I said, I mean, my place is not a mess, but I mean, it's just, you know, I got certain habits and certain things I do, you know, and I called her up and I said, hey, you know, I know you got your friends over, and it was Sunday. I called her up and I said, I know you got your friends over, but would y'all mind helping me for like an hour or two? You know, just y'all come over and I just need, you know, I'd like the place swept and mopped and, you know, tidy the place up. And she was like, sure, Dad. And I was like, well, you know, just make sure everybody's cool with it, you know, and so they came over for a couple hours, and well, it was awesome. Well, somehow I ended up with their leftover birthday cake. I don't know how, but anyway, they come over and them girls. I traded a little housekeeping for the leftover birthday cake, but it was really cool. It was really cool. You know, they come over and swept and helped me with the dishes. I mean, my shoulder blade was just, I couldn't roll my shoulder forward or back, and couldn't really look to the right yesterday, and I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna be in some pain on that loader. But I got me some of them Motrins. I'm like 800 milligrams. I'm like, ones that are like big as your end of your pinky. I got me a couple of them and knocked the edge off. As you know, I look over my shoulder 1,000 times a day. But yeah, I'd like to thank everybody that commented on that little birthday video and played along. And we've seen all kinds. Sydney, Australia, Croatia, Guidepost, Northumberland. She looked at it, went up already. I want to say Waukesha, Wisconsin, Oregon. I mean, there's just tons of places. There's 2 or 3 from Australia. Lafayette. It's really neat. It's really, North Carolina. I like geography myself. But like I said, it gives me and my daughter something fun, educational, and just cute. Something to do. Probably put this other bundle right here. Yeah, we should be able to fly through these cars. We're going pretty good now. I had a couple of headaches this morning. I don't know why. You know, everybody's about pass the buck or. I'm not just talking about this place either. All right, Cowboy's going to complain a little bit about his super awesome job. Who does that? Have the greatest job in the world. I get paid pretty good. It's a lot of fun, and somehow I'm going to complain about it. Come on, man. But no, it's not just here, and it happens everywhere. But people will take a pickup truck and they want to clean up, and they just throw all the trash in the back of the truck, and then they come over here and they stack it 3 high. It's on top. Now, what are the odds of getting this truck down without spilling all this trash? It's kind of like, you know, you want to set it up for the next person. You know, the job's not complete throughout this whole junkyard process until it gets crushed and gets on the truck out of here. It's the only way it's going to leave, unless they chop it up in so many pieces or somebody takes it with a salad. Anyway, 98% of the time, the only way it's going to leave is on a flatbed truck. You got a tank inside that car. Looks like they got 2 tanks. We haven't run across any that were full yet or had gas in them, but we have to check. I mean, we got to do that. We got to do that. I think I see a DeWalt box, but I have never found. I mean, I've found like those like toolboxes, or I find them, and they might have the instruction book and like some part that nobody ever uses. But I've never found like the whole setup. Or like those little, you know, you get a tool set and it comes in its little case. Little tool sets I found complete or missing just 1 or 2. But when it comes to like a, you know, hand tool, nope. I'm looking at the next cars. I could probably get away with doing another 4-car bundle. This one ain't got too much trash poking out of it. I can try to poke some of it back in. But I can go ahead and crush it and make it my top car, and then I'm not struggling with it when I'm trying to get it in the crusher. Let's pop the trunk, see what's up. But, so anyway, that's my only complaint. It's like if you've been in a junkyard for a year, 6 months, you know the procedure. And all them trucks, the trash is just gonna slide out. I mean, you got a tailgate, we can do something. But there ain't no tailgate. Don't put no trash in the back and stack it 3 high. Come on, dude. That's it. Done complaining. It's Monday morning, let's get it out of the way. Hey, can I complain about one more thing? Hang on. I got me one of those vertical rotisserie ovens. I can cook a whole chicken in it. I can cook 2 of those little bitty chickens and Cornish hens. I can cook 2 at a time. And it's so you put it in there. And you know, it's got a timer and it's got a door. There's a window on the door and a light, and starts anyway. Just a couple buttons, and so you put your chicken in there, and what you're supposed to do is cook it, and it allows you to go do other things. You know, it's gonna be there. You ain't got to do nothing. Actually, I've already cooked probably, golly. Well, if you count the one time I cooked the 2 Cornish hens. We just go ahead and count them as, or they're so small you can count them as a whole chicken. Anyway, I done probably cooked 7 or 8 of these chickens. It's awesome. You put the chicken in there, it's like it's sitting up, and you know, you season it and you just push start and you go. Here we go. We need to check this car, see what's up with them tanks. Uh-oh, dust flying around. Camera don't like it. You're supposed to put the chicken in there. It's gonna cook for, I've been cooking them for 1 hour and 45 minutes. And you're supposed to, so it gives you an idea, you know, it's cooking. You ain't got to do nothing else. Well, like my mom, I remember she baked a lot of casseroles, and she baked, like, you know, chicken and roast. She had in like a crock pot, and she would cook that stuff so she could go do other things, you know. She didn't have to, you know, spend hours in the kitchen. She could go do other stuff. Well, anyway, like I said, this chicken oven has got a window on the door, and I will sit there and watch this chicken cook and spin around. Oh, and like I said, I probably cooked five or six chickens in it. And one of my buddy was like, "Man, have you thought about, like, you know, stopping it and then taking you one of them cooking brushes and like rubbing some butter on that thing?" And you know, oh man, I'm gonna try it. So you push the pause button, the start and pause, and it'll start spinning the other direction. So now I got it where, like, every 30 minutes I'll pause it and spin it around the other way. Now I don't know if it makes a difference, but anyway, I will sit there and watch this thing cook when I can go do other things. Anyway, but also that's why I like cooking on a charcoal grill versus cooking on a gas grill. You cook on a gas grill, but hey, you want to come over and barbecue and cook some food outside? Well, that's like 20 minutes with a gas grill. You know, with a barbecue, you gotta get the charcoal going. You gotta, you know, that's 2 or 3 cold Pepsis right there, and conversation, and you get your fire going, and you get your coals looking right, and then you do some cooking. Drop the hammer, man. I will sit there and watch this chicken cook. I got better things to do. Probably like answer some YouTube comments. I'm sorry, folks. I'm sorry, I really am. I need to do better. I'll tell you one thing, I haven't really, this looks like the only truck. Well, that burned up thing on the bottom, it might be something, but I have got to figure out how to work this truck, this burned up truck, into this load. You want to put, look how burned up it is. Yeah, he wants me to crush this. Anybody see that 5th wheel unit on the back? Dang, that's a high dollar deal right there. That 5th wheel deal, that's a high dollar deal. That's a good one. Anyway, you like to put cars with cars, trucks with trucks. But sometimes you can only do what you got, but I'm not seeing anything else in this pile that's gonna go, you know, just, I don't know, maybe we'll run across something. There's no need to mess with it right now until you think you got something to do with it. Let me put some lean on this other car and see if we can get some action. Help it drain a little quicker. Gravity drain. You can't argue with physics. Man, I was gonna put one on the rag, but that's fine. I'm telling you, this cool weather got us all moving a little quicker. Come on, Bubba, crush it. My poor loader, Delilah, she only gets washed when it rains. Look how dirty she is. Y'all can't even see that muddy feet sticker. It's sad. I mean, she don't do nothing but just work and just reports for duty and guess I could hang me a piece of foil over that chicken cooker window. I know I talk about it a lot. They're awesome. I can't stop eating them. And really, golly, it's almost the cheapest way you can eat right now. You can really, you can feed, I can feed my family. I can feed me and the kids and have a little bit of leftovers for about $12, $13. And if I just cook one chicken for myself, I can eat on it for like 2 days, 3 days. It's and you know what? I've heard them rotisserized chickens are pretty much about the healthiest way you can eat one. Golly, there is some clean gas coming out of these cars. Clean gas. I get that question now and then. What happens to the gas? Oil and all that. We get that question quite a bit. Alright. Once again, I can't talk about stuff I don't know about. I can just tell you about my process and what I've heard. We collect it. We separate the oil. We separate the water. We separate the gas. And then another company comes over and they've got a truck, a reverse pump truck. They ain't pumping it out, they're sucking it in. And they come over and they empty the barrels. Now, the rest of it, I can't talk about, this is what I've been told. That all that stuff gets taken down to Houston. And somewhere in Houston, they clean it up, they refine it. I've heard that oil can be cleaned enough to return back to the same as the way it came out of the ground. This is what I've heard. I don't know, I haven't done the research. Just saying. Anyway, and then those homes that use what they call fuel oil to heat up their furnaces and all that, they use that product, that refined product that comes out of these cars. I've also heard that big ships, once they get out in international waters, where they don't have to be as pollutant-free and clean air as they do when they get towards the shore, they switch over to those tanks and they burn that stuff. That's all I know. That's all I can tell you. My job is to get it out. We put it in a drum. We put those drums in the back of the truck. We take them to our yard. We put them in a storage building or a store. It's overhead cover. Of course, it's set up the way it's supposed to be. And a company comes over. They take it off of us. Now, back in the day, it used to be kind of like a free deal. I'll come over and I'll pick that stuff up for free. I remember sometimes they would pay to take it from you. Now it's the other way around. Now we pay them to get rid of the fluids. How about that? Worked out just like I thought it would. Is it magic? It's got that dangling K-frame. I am not gonna set it up there with him, with his back turned to it and it dangling and all that jazz. All right, watch out, brother. All right. Move out of the way, dude. All right. I'm telling you, this stuff's moving right along after all my complaining. I'm joking. Well, you got to complain about it before it gets any better. Anyway, that's enough complaining. We like to keep this place fun. Oh, there's other stuff I can complain about, but we don't do that on Cowboy Car Crushing. All right. Looks like we got another round of bits and pieces. I could probably, like I said, use that bottom deal. So I might just set it to the side. I need something more complete to put on the bottom. I might have to fool with these cars a little bit. Rifle through them and get something that'll go on the bottom. I need something with just a little more meat on the bone than that one. You don't want your bottom slice of bread all soggy on your sandwich, you know, or it all fall through like a soup sandwich. I used to say that in the Army. You're ate up like a soup sandwich, tore up from the floor up. Hey, we can't forget there's a burned up battery just dangling. Y'all see that? We can't crush that. We gotta get that pulled out. We can't forget it. Hey, does anyone remember the pickled pig lips? Yeah, we found them right in there. Was a car, there was a little Honda right over there. Pickled pig lips. Well, I can't finish this video without saying something. The last video I made here, I had my daughter with me, and there's a guy out here named Larry Loose, and I've known him a whole bunch of years. He junk man. He built some super awesome hot rods. He loved anything that go fast, and I mean, he put some awesome hot rods together. And in the video, y'all hear him out here, hey, Cowboy, grab this truck and crush that one, and then grab this other truck. And you hear me in the video, you hear me say, Larry, I should tell my daughter, I go, babe, I'm about to run him back in the house, or back in the office. I'm about to run him back in the office. And he said something else. I'm like, Larry, and I was playing around. I said, Larry, I think you need to go back in the office. Let me do my part. Let me do my thing. Go check your online sales. He had a heck of an online store. And folks, it's dangerous out here in these junkyards. It is dangerous. They had an old truck come in, and they were going to cut. Somebody wanted the front half, or somebody wanted the back half of the truck frame, and just cut the truck right in the middle. And they had started. I need to get that other front half of a car or whatever's left of it. They had started cutting right on the frame. They had just cut like the top inch or so. And Larry, he's like, hey guys, you're gonna have to cut the exhaust. It's gonna be hanging and it's gonna tear up the cat. It was an old truck, but it still had a cat on it. I think they did like anyway, I wasn't here. I don't want to say any more than I don't really know about. They just started cutting the frame, but not a lot. They didn't, wasn't halfway through. They just barely notched it. And he got up underneath there, to cut the exhaust, cut the cat, and that truck, when the frame tore, it split, and it came down on Larry. He was under it. They were holding it up with a forklift, and it killed him. We got the call a week later, maybe 2 weeks tops. And so I can't finish this video without saying something. Rest in peace, Larry. And that dude was just a real good dude. Now here's the deal. He always won every deal he made. Like, he won. He would always say, if I'm around, somebody's taking a screwing. You know, like I'm not losing nothing. And he won every deal he made. I guess I could just go ahead and tear this K-frame off. There goes another train. They haul butt over here. I'm telling you, folks, you gotta slow down with this junk, and you just gotta, I don't know. You're gonna have to put yourself in potential dangerous situations. You're gonna have to dance. You're gonna have to, you're gonna have to dance with the devil, you know, and you got to be real smart about it, and just you're gonna get hurt in this business. I hate to be that way. It's the truth. Well, folks, I'm about to run out of time, or we are about to run out of time. Hope y'all had fun, and didn't mean to end it on a sad note, but it's good we talk about Larry. He deserves it. Y'all be careful and be kind. Be careful. Thank you.